Okay, the time has come to make the sacrifice. Let me die instead. Does this count as a selfless act and 2 plus 1 equals me unlocked? So we got 2 achievements there.
Wait, what?
I am heroine. Heroine is supposed to die. Let me die.
Is that even allowed, Die?
Well, they don't really train you for this scenario at the academy, so I'm going to have to make an executive decision.
And?
A death is a death! Woo!
My heart sank as I realized that I just signed my own death warrant. Heroine, I can't thank you enough.
I will never forget your kindness. You have made me so happy.
Your happiness is all I ever wanted, Kimi. Kimiko was caught off guard by my usage of our intimate name for her, and she blushed deeply.
Your dimension's version of me is a very lucky girl.
Not anymore, I'm gone. I smiled fondly, picturing Kimi sleeping carefree next to me.
Ick, gross! Come on, it's time to kill you!
Dai was bouncing up and down on the spot impatiently. Alright, alright. Thank you, heroine. This gives me more time to solve that problem. His head nodded in Dai's direction. I hope you have more luck than I did. I nodded at myself and I turned back to Dai. Alright, get on with it.
Yay, goody!
Dai made an extravagant flourish, popping her wheel into existence.
It's time to spin the wheel!
That all too familiar wheel started spinning, but it didn't bother me. I was quite calm. Knowing that I was saving myself was comforting in some strange way.
And the winner is...
Everything became a blur before shrinking to a single point, vanishing. So we should be able to go down that node now. What? Did I ask what would you
If
do?
I were in your...
You and me against the world. Which one did I do?
And this... Keep your hand...
Okay, so I actually
your
said
hand-
that last time. The vampire is lost. Wait, vampire singular? Surely she meant vampires.
Congratulations! You've lost this round of the game, which means you've won an early exit from this ship.
What?
Sorry, Captain, but they were the vampire.
I know he was. I made him one!
Dai ignored the captain.
If you would, please do me the honor of spinning the Wheel of Fatalities.
Absolutely not!
Having a rough time there, Captain? First Yoshiki and now them.
I was the vampire!
I wasn't sure what was happening. Kimiko was right, she was the vampire. I had just partnered with her.
Dai, I'm gonna have to agree with the captain on this one. I'm sure she is the main vampire, and he is Clyde.
Oh, and how do you figure that?
I asked her if she was the vampire, and she has a really obvious tell.
That's not proof at all, you know, Shizuka.
Kimiko lost her cool entirely. She was angrier than I even thought possible.
Why are you not following your own rules?
Are you accusing me of cheating?
Yes, I am. You're cheating! I should have lost! I did lose! Kill me!
What's going on here?
I'm sorry, but you won't be dying today.
Suddenly, the figure of a woman burst into the dining hall. What's going on here? Beatrix?
Is that you?
You're alive?
You're a girl. An attractive girl.
What? Of course I am. The girl part, at least. Wait, that voice sounded strangely familiar. Was that me? Hero? Yeah, and you are... Hero. The pocket watch worked! This is great, we did it! We definitely did it! I clasped the hands of my female doppelganger tightly, and we jumped gleefully in celebration. Yeah?
I hate to interrupt this beautiful moment you're having with yourself. It's just that I have a job to do, and as such, I have to kill you. Well, one of you at least.
You lost the game? Well, yeah, Kimiko and I were the vampires, but we failed to create enough vampire babies. Wait, so Kimiko has to die as well?
See? Even the girl knows I'm supposed to die too.
I'm sorry, Capitan, but you're going to be disappointed.
I lost the game! They are your rules!
You want to die?
If dies, then I die too. As I should!
I thought back over the rules of vampire children. Wait, she's right. In a Bonnie and Clyde scenario, both should die in the event that they lose. Isn't that right, Di? Di seemed even nervous for the first time ever.
I don't remember saying that.
But you did. What's wrong? Why don't you want to kill the captain?
That was never a rule.
But it was, look. I pulled out my tablet and played the recording of the vampire children explanation. Indeed, there it was. Why was Di lying? She was clearly disregarding her own rules, plain as day.
Enough!
I once had an ounce of respect for you, Di. At least you stuck to the rules before. But now?
You will die now!
You will have to kill me!
I watched myself walk into the dining hall for the second time in as many minutes. There were now 3 of me. Whoa, looks like I arrived in the nick of time.
What is this? Are you replicating yourself?
I'm clearly not a replica. I'm much better looking.
Amen to that. Sis.
I may look like a replica. In fact, I'm another version of Hero. Di looked totally perplexed.
Stop this nonsense! I want an explanation.
How is this even possible? Very well, I'll do my best. The room fell silent, breath bated. After generations of research, I and countless other versions of myself created a way to travel between dimensions.
So, you're living proof of the multiverse theory?
Correct.
What is the manner of your travel?
That is a very good question. In a multitude of dimensions across the multiverse, we have created the pocket watch. This one? The female version of me pulled a watch from her pocket. Correct. This watch is a quantum computer that is also an omnidirectional antenna.
Meaning it can send and receive information?
Yes, this allows the watches to speak to each other. They're capable of breaking biological forms into raw data before transferring that data to a recipient watch, which then reassembles the biological form from the data in the dimensions that it occupies.
How is that even possible?
Since humans first started researching genetics, it was only a matter of time until being able to break down the human body and brain into data. We aren't as complex as we'd all like to think. So how's the watch activate? 2 conditions must be met for the watch to start synchronizing. First, an identical watch must exist in another dimension, and second, you must be within range of a black hole. A black hole? Why? Black holes are the keystone of the watch design. The watches are able to transfer data via extremely high-frequency waves. You know them as gamma rays. That sounds incredibly dangerous. As long as they don't make us angry, we should be fine. Yes and no. My main point is that I can only connect to another watch if both are in the proximity of a black hole. So, why a black hole? Because that is how dimensions may be connected. Think of an endless number of sheets of paper stacked on top of one another, unimaginably close, but never touching. A black hole penetrates that paper, creating a small conduit between them. The watch allows the user to utilize that connection to stream the data that makes up their existence to another dimension. So, we're basically traveling through a black hole? Not exactly. The data that comprises you does, but your physical form cannot. And that is why we don't suffer from the high doses of gamma radiation. Looks like he hasn't traveled before. He nudged the female version of me, who laughed and gave him a knowing look. When recreated on the other side, you'll feel nausea from the brief exposure to the residual radiation, but it isn't life-threatening. Not as far as we can tell, anyway. Until we go Hulk on them. I struggled to swallow the enormity of this revelation, and I could see that everyone else was having an equally hard time absorbing it too. The watch, the interdimensional travel, it was truly incredible.
Alrighty then. I know this is rather unprofessional of me, but I'm making an exception for this round.
What are you talking about?
Well, seeing as there are 3 of you, I'm going to kill all 3. Looks like you won't be dying alone after all.
And I'd almost completely forgotten. Do you have this issue in your dimension too? No, but I do know how to access the system to put in the override code.
What? I will not allow this!
The dining hall is now in lockdown. Please, may I have your tablet? I handed it to him. He swiped and tapped a few times before handing it back to me, fully connected to the ship's mainframe. Just type the override code in here and we can all head home. The tablet keyboard is case sensitive. Please use lowercase for all operations. It's time. We must remind Di of her mission. The tablet spewed out a code accepted screen. The system override was now initiated. Dai vanished from the room without a word. System override in effect. User authorization accepted. Please choose how to proceed. I looked down at the tab and saw that I had one more choice to make. Please enter boot preference. If no choice is made, factory settings will be adhered to. We'll go factory. Booting to factory settings. Please wait while previous AI data is formatted. Suddenly the dining room fell into darkness. The male version of me pointed at the female version. Well, that's my cue, and yours to leave. He explained to her how to get back home before saluting everyone in the ship and pressing the button himself. He, just like I had done so many times before, had slowly dissipated before my very eyes. The lights flickered back on. I slowly appeared in front of all of us.
Good morning. I am AI model Everett 11037.
I? Sadness spread across Kimiko's face.
She's not I anymore. She's been reset.
I looked over at I, who looked no different than the I that I had come to know and trust. Everett 11037, your name is I.
Are you the captain of this ship?
I am the captain now.
No, that would be me. Captain Kimiko Yukimori.
I turned back to me upon hearing Kimiko's words.
I must apologize, sir. Only the captain is authorized to give me a name.
Oh, time to reset her again.
Your name is I.
I bowed.
Very well. Good evening. My name is I. I am the Everett's AI system. I look forward to serving under Captain Yukimori and the mission's success.
Shizuka waved her hands in front of I as if she were blind.
How may I help you?
What is my favorite game?
Do you have time for games? Should you not be working towards the mission's goal?
They're missing the possessive, and it looks like they're missing it on every single one. Shizuka's face winced in grief, as did the others. I was there when each of them were born, and now the old I was, for lack of a better word, dead. The crew were grieving the loss of their crew member. Even the Vogels seemed distressed.
And who might this be?
She's a little gremlin. We need to put her back in her cage, quick. Melly's eyes filled with tears.
Why don't you remember me? It's me, Melody.
Melody? That is a pretty name.
Melody just started crying, unable to comprehend the situation.
I am truly sorry if I have caused any discomfort. How should I proceed, Captain?
Please do not concern yourself with it, I. We will all just need some time to readjust to the new you.
Captain, am I correct to assume that this means there is no longer a die?
The captain nodded.
Wait. Dai is dead?
Yes. By reformatting I, we have erased the orders that resulted in the formation of Dai.
Beatrix suddenly jumped excitedly, hugging her brother tightly.
Brother, this is fantastic news.
Yes, Beatrix, it is.
Melody stopped crying when she saw all the happy commotion.
No one else has to play Dai's games?
Not anymore. He saved us all.
Melody looked up at me with awe, her eyes still puffy from crying.
Monkey, you saved me?
Everybody gets one. I nodded and attempted to be as modest as possible. Guess I kinda did. Melody launched at me, wrapping her arms around my legs.
Thank you, Monkey.
The little gremlin's attacking me. Quick! Get holy water. Beatrix pulled herself off her brother to address me.
Better late than never, I guess.
She smiled while cocking her eyebrow in jest.
I would have liked to still have a father, but I am thankful to still have a brother.
Nicholas straightened his glasses.
I believe what my dear sister is struggling to verbalize is... Thank you.
She chuckled at Nicholas's explanation.
I guess I too am thankful, kiddo. But I'll repay you in ways you could only dream about.
Money?
Cake.
Kadashi screwed his face up in confusion at my answer.
Money? We're on a spaceship. Who has or uses money?
The entire crew began laughing, a sight I had never seen before. It was like all the tension, all the fear that I woke up 2 weeks ago melted away in an instant.
We all owe you so much.
Yeah, good game. Well played.
And now, with your parents' research and the Watch's potential realized, we have also managed to solve our resource crisis.
Kimiko was right. With our problem solved, we had best turn our attention to the original mission, and one that I am now a part of. to find a suitable home for the future human race.
Now to complete our mission.
Kimiko reached for my hand, taking it in hers and squeezing it tightly.
Together.
Quantum immortality unlocked. So right there you can see Molten Cherry was the last one standing of the original group. I don't know if the other writer is still listed anywhere here. I don't even know her name to look for her. But in case you're wondering, I was skeptical about the game ever coming out because of the falling out between the two devs. Molten Cherry was in this with one of her friends at the very beginning. They had both of them in the Kickstarter, and then somewhere along the line there was a falling out, and she was the one who carried it to completion. Before you ask, no, I did not take place in any alpha testing, because I would have called out a lot of this crap. You won't find me in beta testing either. Oh my god, they're going down the damn list. I don't know how many backers this had. It's a visual novel, I imagine it wouldn't be that many, but we'll see. Luckily that B list was pretty short. C, not too bad. Emperor Leviathan I saw. Wonder how many people paused that to see if I was listed in the H section. It's not too bad, we're halfway through the alphabet so far. Wow, we're flying through this sucker. There's gonna be a million T's, isn't there? That was a lot faster than I thought it would be. There's Teofilo, but my cursor isn't appearing on screen anymore.
Oh, honey, watch this. Sweetie, tell Daddy where we're going.
To the stars.
The hell was that accent? Seriously, what was that friggin' accent? Oh boy. I don't know, man. So, just to point it out, this is before the epilogues were... Well, we have to see if they ever manifest first. They might not. But otherwise, yes, there's supposed to be things to extend the endings to make it worth enduring. Whether or not it actually happens, we'll kind of wait and see, but that is Kimiko. I'm the hero of light. Thanks for watching.